double baked salmon souffle, because if you haven't made a double baked souffle, it's kind of hard to believe that magic can happen. I have already greased my little ramekins, but I like to just line the base of them with a bit of baking paper just to make sure that they're gonna pop out when I need them to. So I've got a strip of baking paper which I'm going to fold into 3, and then I'm going to fold that in half again, and then I'm going to just cut a circle. It'll be slightly smaller than the ramekin, but it's enough just to make sure that the souffle pops out easily. 1 into each ramekin, and then we're all set to go. I've got everything measured out, so we're going to start by making a roux. So we'll just move over to my pot. Okay, so I've melted the butter, and now we're going to add the flour. So it's equal quantities. I just want to cook that out and make a really good roux before we add the hot milk.
You got flour on the thing, is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Sometimes I'm a bit messy, but not to worry. This is a real kitchen. So we want to just cook that out for a minute or so. And now I'm going to add the hot milk and keep stirring it. Turn that down a bit. And we're going to cook out that flour. If it gets a little bit lumpy, just use a whisk. It's quite a thick sauce that we've created here. And then we'll move it to the bench and add our other ingredients. Okay, so now we're going to add the egg yolks. Followed by the salmon. Hot smoked salmon's got so much flavour, so it's amazing how a little bit can go a long way. And the dill. Salt. That's a little spoon. And some white pepper, because we don't want to have big flecks of black pepper in there to spoil the look. And white pepper's got a completely different flavour. It's lovely, and sometimes it's much better to use it, especially in white sauces and things. Okay, here we go. Egg whites. Just checking. See, we're getting there. We're almost there, because we want it to be firm and stiff peaks, but we don't want it to go dry and crumbly. Perfect. Okay, that's about done. Nicely integrated. There's a little bit of a lump there. We'll just squash them down. So now it's ready to put into our ramekins. You will notice that I've got a cloth in the bottom of the ramekin. It's just a disposable kitchen cloth. That's just so they don't rattle around, because we're going to put some boiling water into the oven dish. These ramekins are a little smaller than the ones that I've mentioned in the recipe, so I'll probably get more than 6, but I'm just making 6 for the moment. So when I measured the ramekin for the recipe. It's a 9 centimetre ramekin is from the internal measurement, if that makes sense. I like to get them nice and full. Okay, so I've filled these right to the top and now they're ready to go in the oven. I like to fill them, put the water in once it's in the oven because I think it's a lot safer than carrying hot water across the kitchen. Okay, so about halfway up the side. So now we've created a perfect water bath. Oh, my glasses have steamed up, so I hope I can see what I'm doing. Okay, so you can see that these have deflated, but that's what happens, and that's totally fine. So now I'm just going to pop them out. They're very hot, so just be careful. Don't forget to take off that little bit of paper. The last thing you want to do is serve that to somebody. Now they're going to be popped into the fridge. That one's already gone. They're going to be popped into the fridge. Let them cool down first, of course, and then pop them in the fridge. They'll hold for a few days if they're covered, or when they're really cold, you can wrap them in something or put them in an airtight container, put them in the freezer, which is fantastic. So you can take one out and thaw it and even just have it for yourself. I'm going to cook off one to show you shortly once they've cooled down, but the rest I'm going to leave in the fridge and I'm going to have some friends over for dinner tomorrow night. Okay, these are chilled down now, so they're ready to be cooked. I'm just going to cook one, as I said before, and I've got a lovely little fry pan, which is kind of fun. Otherwise, it could be just an individual little dishes, Great Anne dishes that you might have. So we'll pop one into the pan, and then we're pouring 1/3 of a cup of cream over it and into the oven. There's the 20-minute timer, and it's lovely and puffed and golden brown. And you need to serve that as quickly as you can when it comes out from the oven. If you're doing them in the big dish, of course, you can just scoop them out with a little bit of cream around the edge and then the caper salsa on the side. But you can see how much it's puffed up. Enjoy!